Hey there everybody, Arthos here from Ice Games, bring you episode 73 of my Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader series. And yes, we are still in Camorra, but I feel like we're starting to kind of reach the end. We've got 4 of our companions, we're just missing 1 companion. We potentially have a new companion, a Jukari who's kind of been a thorn in our side the entire time. But we're kind of maybe we'll just use him to get out of Camorra. I don't know. We'll figure this out. But yeah, the homunculus that we were talking with kind of told us to come into the arena again. We've done that. We did another fight. We won that. We talked. Oh, sorry about that. Talked with a bunch of our companions. Turns out our Genta was actually the one that killed Lady Theodora because Lady Theodora was turning traitor. Yeah, that's quite the revelation there. It's she's forgiven. If we can forgive Yurlet for betraying us, if you can forgive the Jukari for causing such trouble, we can forgive Argenta for killing our predecessor, actually giving us kind of our position here. So honestly, we should be thanking her. Any changes I did between episodes? The only thing I really changed is in my inventory, if I go to Cabela, I changed her weapons out. So she's got a different sword, an incubus glaive, that's actually stronger than the one we currently had. And I also gave her the serrated glimmer steel blade and the blade of bloodlust, because those were stronger than the ones that she had. But yeah, 21 to 32 two-handed weapons, these guys here. So it's kind of the only change I made. Went through, didn't really notice much difference between them, but yeah, so let's exit here. Guess go talk to the homunculus. Maybe we can grab these items. Collect all. Yes, let's leave. Because yeah, I'm very curious if we can. I'm assuming we can get that space marine, the space wolf. I'm not gonna lie, probably my least favorite chapter, Space Marine. But it'd be kind of cool to have a space marine with us. So hopefully we can. Maybe get that space marine to join us. And Ularv or something like that. Olarv? I don't know. Space Wolves are the worst. Sorry to all you Space Wolf fans out there. But yeah, so let's go. Actually, sorry, he wants to meet us in the pit, I believe. Or the mangled sector. Let's go to the mangled sector first. I can't remember where he said he wanted to meet us. Whoop. What? What? Argenta just left? Road Trader's retching is suddenly gone smaller. The reasons for the departure did not sound particularly convincing, so perhaps it would be best to investigate what's happened in the Shrieker's Den and the pit. I must return to the Shrieker's Den. My duty calls me. Okay. Okay. That's what I missed. So let's head to the Shrieker's Den then. Argenta just decided to up and leave? Alright, what is this gonna be about? I'm honestly not sure what this is gonna be about. Let's find out then. Oh, was she trying to beat us here to kill him? Time seems to stand still where you are. Figures cast in shadow, huddled against a wall, turn to you. Everyone except a few standing frozen in the middle of the room with weapons in their hands. May thy will fortify my hand. May my faith in thee grant me strength. You can continue dancing with you for a long, long time. I'm growing weary of your pathetic attempts. Okay, what's going on? Not all your lackeys are well trained, Arlos. As soon as I cross the threshold, Of this squalid hole, I was forced to take up arms. The abomination that you've allowed into our ranks, your companion must die. This is his will and my duty, rogue trader. I did not save Marzai's life so you could take matters into your own hands. Put your weapons away, all of you. I will not oppose you, rogue trader, though my soul may clamor for the destruction of this foul thing. But I will wait for it to give me cause. I will wait eagerly. If your lackeys have seen enough of the show, I have business to discuss with you, Arlos. Okay, he's casually inspecting his armor for damage, seemingly unprepared, perturbed by the attempted reprisal against him.
Monkey, rogue trader, there is something you must do for me.
What do you need?
The soul of Irimeris, the archon of the Reaving Tempest. It should belong to me. I do not know where, I do not know how, but that bitch tried to dispatch me without sullying her own hands, and she deserves to lose her life. Her soul will remain in my soul trap.
Okay.
When we at last face each other, and we will face each other, even if I have to gut all of Komorra to do it. And if you're there when it happens, do not even think of trying to deliver the final blow. Only an Aziriesh has the right to take the life of an Aziriesh, and that right is mine.
Alright, why do you hate her so much? It was your own fault you ended up in the chasm.
It is all somewhat more complicated than you're capable of understanding. Our game of old must come to an end. My first step went awry because of Nazrake's treachery. Now all I must do is finish what I started. Destroy her with my own hands before she destroys me.
Okay, what do you want with her soul?
Simply killing her is not enough for me. No, it is too banal. Keeping her imprisoned for all eternity in a cage of misery from which there is no escape. That is a fate more to my liking. Her fury and torment will feed me until her spirit dries up like a fountain of blood spraying from a sliced artery. And also, it might make her resurrection problematic.
Resurrection? What resurrection?
Naive creature. The homunculi of Komorra, including Tavantius, whom Irimeris favors, are able to regenerate our slain kin from small pieces of flesh held in amniotic tubes. Any Drakari you kill on the field of battle can come for you again, albeit at a price, since the homunculus claims a portion of their client's soul as payment for this precautionary measure. Perhaps Irimeris was desperate enough or insane enough to resort to such a contract. Who knows? Having Irimeris' soul in my keeping might make her regrown form, if one appears, defective. She might not remember me or you at all.
Wait, only a Azaresh? Are you related?
Irimeris is my sister. What does it matter?
You want to kill your own sister?
Yes. Your astonishment is making me think that the monkey are even more primitive than I first suspected. Do not tell me that blood ties carry certain prohibitions and taboos among your kind.
You have a complicated relationship, I see.
Yes. I valued her until she went too far in her attempts to dispose of me. She valued me until I refused to bare my throat for the blade without a word. Our relationship has come to a dead end. Now the tie between us must be severed.
All right. Very well, should you encounter her at some point, I shall allow you to deal the final blow.
The answer I was expecting. I do not expect to wait long for the confrontation. When my sister learns of what occurred in the arena, she will send assassins, or decide to come herself.
He breaks off. His attention is now focused on a bent plate on his shoulder. A second later, he grips the edge of the plate. With a strangled groan, tears it off. The piece dislodges. With a hiss, he begins to straighten the bent plate with his hands, revealing a surprising strength contained in his lean body. Look at what the plate was covering. You're shocked to find no under armor or clothing. It seems the thin, light armor is attached directly to his pale skin. Roped with veins, you notice 2 pinprick marks surrounded by purplish bruises. Something pierces his flesh, and that is what keeps the armor plate in place.
What are you looking at?
All right. The armor is held on with hooks that dig into your own body?
Correct. Directly into the nerve centers. Direct stimulation of the trigger points, provoking constant, unrelenting pain. Do you know how pleasurable it feels when your suffering rings out in unison with another's? The overwhelming ecstasy when your own agony bleeds into the agony of your enemy. My world is woven from that pleasure.
Oh, interesting.
I can show you that world. I can teach you, if you do as you are told.
I don't need that.
Very true. All you need to do is focus on your obligations.
He's standing? I thought he was like laying down. No, I think he's standing there. Anyways.
Let us see how you handle the tasks I've already given you. Remember, Eurymeris is mine whenever and wherever we encounter her. With that, I have nothing more to say to you.
Okay. Alright. Alright, so we do have him as a companion now. Let's do some equipping here. You've got a decent blade there. Actually, you've got some really good weapons. Yeah, probably the best weapons I can get for you. Incubus. Oh, yeah, I wanted Incubus armor, if you remember me saying that last episode, and I got my Incubus armor. Let's look at a helmet for you. Something combat oriented. No, weird to put on. I was wondering if any of these would change the way his face looked. Hit chance, critical hit chance. Oh, okay, tactical goggles would be good. Commerce, don't care about that. Let's see here. Goes weakness. Press the advantage. Is it? Oh, it's by psi rating. Okay, that's why it's 0. Okay. Yeah, you don't have a psi rating, so that won't help you there. Gains extra momentum. Don't need a shield. Yeah, sure, let's give you a flame shot. Why not? Probably gonna end up being close to the enemy. That one. Assassin, right? Yes. Give you oh, actually. Keep with your gloves of unbearable torment. Actually, was there something else that give you? That was version medicate. There we go. Give you that. That'll give you extra bonuses. Something you're already getting a bonus to. And a necklace here. For Lord Xenos warp and some boots. Dodge until the end of the round, sure. Here's the new boots. Keep those, keep those, keep those, keep those. We're good. Let's level you up then. 6 ranks available. All right. Yeah, okay. You're an assassin. Let's give you Killing Edge. Dust Whisper, I think, is a good one. Makes an attack that does not count towards the limit of attacks. Awesome. Let's give you. Do I want Aldari of weapons? No. Bleeding. He gains additional. Let's make him bleed. Directed opening. Okay, do that. Give you. Okay, let's give you that one. Give you a little bit of toughness. Let's go to the bottom here. You can get something like swift movements. And then let's do strength. And then something like it will not die to give you more health points. Okay. Awesome. Let's do that for now. We, again, might change that later on. I don't know. From that button here. Oh. More items from the Shrieker's Arsenal. Let's see what we get here. Okay, a Flamer. Anything good here? Sword Dancer Cloak. Couple pair of boots. A new pendant. Okay. Shard of Blood. What's that? A bleeding. Oh. That could be good. Ranger. Light Aldari equipment. Okay. Light. Carapace armor. Heavy armor. New shield. Shotgun. Okay. Another blade. Let's. And the Astartes chainsword. Okay, so let's collect all those. And let's head out here. Actually, let's talk with people. See if they need. See if we can talk with them again. Let's make my leave. Okay.
May terrors light be with.
Doesn't want to talk. Happened. Oh, I want to know what happened before you took me to Komorra.
You want to know how and to what end I orchestrated all of this? Ask your questions.
Okay, why did you kidnap me?
When Irimaris ordered us to lay waste to the monkey settlements, Tazara and I encountered resistance. I have hunted your kin too long not to notice how well you in particular were fending off our attacks. The rout in Tazara's arena, the appearance at the plundered vessel. Your kind are usually powerless against us, but not on that occasion. I began to suspect that you could not have managed it without outside help. Help from our side. I began sending out spies and assassins. My eyes and ears infiltrated your vessel, your cities, and they discovered a trail that led back to one of your worlds. A trail that ended with a burned monkey, the source of the information about where and when my cabal was going to strike. A little trickery to draw you away from the planet. And I had your little informant in my grasp. How the information was reaching his agents, the burned monkey himself did not even know. But based on the units involved and other details, it was clear. No monkey in real space could have gathered such specifics about raid complements and objectives. No, it was inconceivable. The information was being fed to you by my own kind, and I knew who. Irimaris Aziriesh, Archon of the Reaving Tempest, my former mistress. A cowardly bitch who punishes anyone who threatens her grip on power. I knew that to win a war against her, I would need the support of the Reaving Tempest's patron, the Cabal of the Black Heart. So I allied with Nazrake, who presided over the trial. I promised him that Irimeris would be humiliated. I promised him evidence. A lowly monkey that would disgrace Irimeris in the eyes of the Archons. For that performance, I needed you.
You have spies aboard my ship?
Of course. If I'm not mistaken, you met the infiltrator yourself. A Cabalite who left a lava from Tavantius in one of the monkey. Or did you never work out the reason for the treachery during the raid on your ship so long ago now? Then there is no need for me to mention the sleeper agents hidden on your worlds.
What arrangements did you make with Nazrakai?
Overthrowing an Archon is far from easy, even one who has already tarnished her reputation. Every member of a cabal has their supporters, and Irimeris is no exception. Nazrakai promised me a sham trial in the Obsidian Court with a predetermined outcome. Irimeris should have been convicted and dethroned. I was supposed to take her place and turn the Reaving Tempest into a loyal vassal of the Black Heart.
But
Nazrakai was supposed to be the axe that fell on her neck. But it fell on mine instead. It was devious and worthy of praise, but why? A secret pact with Irimeris, or is there another reason? I will tear the answer from his throat along with his final breath. It must be said that Nazrakai did not have to try very hard to turn the court against me. Not after the stunt you pulled before the assembled Archons.
right, the tribunal. What was that about? I was being tried by the Inquisitor and Henrix and Theodora that were there. Why?
Who? I have no idea what you saw in your stupor. The homunculus's creature does not elicit specific images. It muddles your mind, forcing it to paint suitable pictures evoking confusion or fear. Neither Tavantius nor I care about fussy monkey rituals. The lava must have created a suitable environment for you, one in which you would be more willing to answer my questions in the Obsidian Court.
Okay. What were you and Hazar doing in my protectorate?
What do any of my kind do in real space? We were reaping. Kamara was clamoring for meat. The Dark City had suffered losses in the latest disjunction. We needed sources of sweet pain to prime its minds and bodies. When the Archon bade my cabal collect the harvest from the region, I did not suspect that it would turn into this game between you and me.
All right, so you and your lot conspired together. How did that come about?
Conspiring? No. There was no plot between us. She merely rushed to my bait. At first, I planned to use the one you trusted, the burned monkey with whom we had spent long hours awaiting your arrival. But my cousin was so swift. Afterward, she tracked down the monkey, killed him, and took the device that he had been using to contact me. I planted the first poisoned seeds in her soul back at our first meeting. I dropped a hint that I knew what had become of her world. I lured her in and left her with you. Time took care of the rest. That and an unpleasant discovery aboard your own ship. I did not ask her to hand you over to me. No, doing that would have made my poor cousin doubt herself even more than she was already. I simply told her where to seek out the traces of her craft world and the answers to her questions. A favor for a kinswoman, nothing more. And then I made ready for your arrival. For the only way she would reach that place was with you.
Cannot believe that Achilles betrayed humanity.
When a monkey is left alone with me and my art of pain, I plunge them into a deep well of suffering from which they will do anything to escape. Your kind have fragile souls. Your convictions and principles are a delusion that lends a mirage of meaning to your lives. Achilles and I had plenty of time alone together before your arrival. When he went out to meet you, he was already mine. I bought his loyalty with a promise to never touch his body or his mind ever again.
All right, but still, what do you know about your Let's Craft world?
I know it exists. I know that my cabal found it, helpless and stationary, unable to protect its sons and daughters. I know that Iliad's kin began showing up as prisoners in the Reaving Tempest's spire, where they were fonts of exquisite, delightful pain. I spent too much time beyond the limits of our home to learn more than that. But that was enough to tempt Iliad with false hope.
You had no intention of helping her.
Why do you say that? I promised to reunite her with her kin. A long-awaited reunion in a torture chamber. I find that very touching.
Oh, he is the worst.
They would have had so much to discuss. But there would have been time for fun as well. We cousins get together so rarely, after all.
All right, tell her the truth now.
We've already had words. I have no reason to conceal the truth now. Iliad has outlived her usefulness to me. Watching her face as she learned the truth was priceless.
All right, what were those creatures with you when you captured me?
Mandrakes. A foul breed that lurks in the bowels of Komorra. Their ability to find paths through the shadows was put to good use. I promised them forbidden trophies from the Reaving Tempest's coffers once I am Archon.
All right. You made promises to the mandrakes you cannot keep. Aren't you afraid of retribution?
Let them come for what they're owed. They will regret it.
No, that could be kind of scary. Okay, the theft of Reinhardt's son. What was that your doing?
Did you not hear me when I answered you the first time? I do not like to repeat myself.
All right, that's enough for now.
Then what else do you need?
What happened to you after the trial?
I was handed over to the witch cult to do with as they wished. First, they made me fight the dregs in the arena, and then, once they'd had their fill of my debasement, I was granted entry into the blood-stained proselytes.
Okay. What did you hope to gain by agreeing to become a proselyte?
The continuation of my existence. When I lost my standing, I became fair game for anyone tempted by the prospect of slaying a disgraced Cabalite. For vengeance or just for the pleasure of the kill. In Komorra, a lone Drukhari is a target. My talents may be prodigious, but I held no illusions about my chances.
Did you find much favor among the witches? You did find much favor among the witches, it seems.
You cannot hope to understand the intricacies of Komorra and how it is structured. We are all each other's allies and worst enemies here. Towers of strength and duplicitous traitors both. The cults have always been half a step below the cabals in the hierarchy. And the witches relished the chance to abuse someone who once looked down on them.
All right, that will do.
If our conversation is finished...
When given the chance to join me, you took it readily. That surprised me.
I had no intention of ending my days playing the role of meat in the arena. And then you blithely offered me an alliance after what I'd done to you. Why?
Require help to escape Komora.
So our interests align. For now.
All right, tell me of Komora.
The Dark City is the bastion of the Drukhari, the most magnificent of all our strongholds. The Cabals, witch cults, and the Incubi inhabit the place, with swarms of scourges flying overhead and a myriad of misfits and horrors, including the covens of the homunculi wallowing underfoot. Which do you want to know about?
You're from a Drukhari Cabal, correct?
The Cabals are the foundation upon which rests the power of the one who rules Komora, as Drubile Vect. Whether it is a mob of berserkers or an organized cartel, their essence is the same. An army of killers, ready to ravage entire worlds at the behest of their leaders, or to rip out the throats of a neighboring cabal in a war declared by the Archons.
I wish to know more about the witch cults.
What more do you need to know that you have not already beheld with your own eyes? They are the mistresses of the arenas, and they're the gladiators who feed the audience in their ravenous agony with exquisite spectacles. Cults often travel to real space on the Cabal's raids to revel in the pain and to capture fresh meat for their arenas.
All right, what about the Incubi orders?
The aloof Incubi. They dedicate their lives to the art of killing, so much so that they do not plot or chase after delicious torment. All their hatred and longing for suffering are channeled toward perfecting their skill.
Yes. Tell me about the Scourges.
Winged Drukhari, who have chosen to go through an agonizing process to become such a monstrosity. They escort raiding ships and inflict the first strike on the enemy. In Komora, these creatures huddled in flocks so that they do not fall victim to the more formidable of their kin.
I am interested in the homunculi covens.
Artists of the flesh who prefer to hide away in their laboratories and create nightmares from the materials their servants supply. Engines of pain, grotesques, racks, all are the fruits of their subtle craft.
All right, that will do. Also, my favorite are definitely the witch cults and the Incubi. Any thoughts on how we can escape this place?
On a mountain of bodies, bathing in our enemies' tears and blood. Do not deceive yourself by thinking we will escape this place alive without violence. I, for one, hope that there will be plenty of it. But there is one unfortunate detail. An Arabenian has stepped into your path, one of Kegarak's tribe, who lurk in the tangle of the webway. I've heard them called harlequins in your tongue. The one that appeared in the Obsidian Court is the most dangerous and unpredictable of all. I'm beginning to think that his visit is a sign that the events unfolding around us have not been left to chance. Perhaps they are the result of interference at the behest of the highest authority.
Oh. My companions have made no further attempts to kill you?
They have not, to my deepest regret. Perhaps it is I who should try to show some initiative now.
I must take my leave.
Do not keep me waiting too long. My weapon is tired of languishing in its sheath.
Okay. Let's end the dialogue. Let's see if anyone else wants to talk right now.
For we are thy...
No, not
we
really.
are...
Okay. Let's exit this space. And let's go talk. Actually, let's go talk with her, Beth, just in case she's got like something to say about us having a Drukhari with us now.
You came back from the dark, Elentark?
No.
So
like,
says a...
okay. All right. Let's go talk with the homunculus now. I believe that's where we're going to go next. At least that makes the most sense of where we should go next. Right? Right. Yes, to take everyone with us. And we got a new Jakari friend. Doodah. Very excited for this. Maybe 3%, come on. I absolutely, again, I know this is like a grotesque, kind of horrible place, but I still love that this is something that this game has brought us to, because it's not something you see in mini games or stuff like that for 40k. Okay, we have all our companions back. You know what? It might actually be quicker to come here and go to the teleporter. Whoop. There we go.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Head back inside here. All right. Ooh. Let's see. The rising currents carry the smell of pain, blood, ichor, and failed ambitions, the smells of the dark city. With my wings flung open, I weave a path to the spires like the dark lightning bolt. Oh. Victor. Is this like someone else saying this? My wings flung open, I weave a path to the spires of the dark lightning bolt. Chaotic and unpredictable in its patterns. To flies the hunt, and everyone in flight hunts everyone else. Even I, Scourge, Bloodfeather, do not have the privilege of invulnerability around these parts. I may become someone else's prey, except probably not today. This day, I am the hunter. My homunculus modified olfactory receptors pick up the scent of my prey, and I tread cautiously as I approach. The stench of Mon Kai is foul, but varied. The scent of my prey is quite telling. Powerful specimen, brash and reeking of the blood of others. I descend to the minaret that grows out of the nearest spire and provides me with an excellent view. Accelerated reflexes allow me to assess the situation in a fraction of an instant. It is time. But I decide to wait to get a better look at the prey. A male Mon Kai, a pampered upper caste cub, who was fed and equipped with the best their race can offer. It certainly arrived in the dark city recently. The city, which has not yet managed to leave a mark of perpetual expectation of doom in its splattered snout. The most glorious game which clings to life the strongest and leaves the sweetest death essence. The reflexes urge the muscles to act. I act. The shard carbine spews forth a stream of crystalline projectiles that hollow and shatter as they pierce the flesh of the prey. A deadly slashing blizzard drapes the streets of the in bloody snow. The bodies of random passerbyers are caught in the fire falling to the ground. This is a common occurrence in the spires. Everyone around me flees from the field of death, whose borders I have made clear. The prey falls, but is still alive. I do not expect the hunt to end with the first salvo. The prey is badly injured. I can easily finish off in the open. The prey summons companions to its aids. Mistake. I unleash a new fan of crystalline shards, and the flesh of the prey blossom with new cuts from my projectiles. Anyone who tries to approach it will be cut with the brittle shrapnel. The prey should have run away, not given me chances to cripple it. The prey is weak. The prey. Let's try to let's break his. Let's try to locate it. Succeed. Its frantic gaze is looking for my winged figure. The hyper pupils allow me to examine the prey's place. I can see as its eyes scrutinize my gear. There is no need to hide anymore. So I stand up to my full height and emit a wailing battle cry. Let the prey know that I will kill it. The prey breaks into a run. Clever. By escaping from the open streets, prey has deprived me of the advantage of my long-range weapon, but I will not let it escape. So I spread my wings and soar over the alley, pelting the prey with bursts of indirect fire. The chase must not end too soon. The petitioner wanted my prey to die slowly. There is the strangest of movements of the prey as it dashes away one moment and freezes the next. My altered pupils are adept at detecting movement, but they are worse at perceiving stationary objects. and my prey seems to be aware of this. Ooh. Let's see, grab someone's weapon from the ground and return fire at random. The air fills with gunfire. As soon as the prey fires the first shot, everyone starts shooting at everyone else. This chaotic firefight engulfs this entire street. It spreads across the dark city like a wildfire, mindless and violent. I'm forced to a steep dive, spinning around and dodging the tracks of multiple projectiles. The trick worked, and I let out a frustrated squeal. The hunt continues. The prey managed to elude me for a moment by ducking into a crowded street. The jet booster on my back emits a stream of ghostly blue flame, and I continue my pursuit. As I storm into the streets, I see the prey again. This is a nice catch. The petitioner wanted me to deliver the prey to her, but decided to do something different. When this is over, I will impale the body of the prey on a spike protruding from the highest spire, so that it serves as testament to my victory. My flight is swift. Everything unnecessary and antivastic has been cut from my body so that air currents carry it like a projectile from a splinter rifle. Alas, this is also my weakness. I am so light that even a small obstacle can throw me off my course, but the prey has no idea how vulnerable I am in flight. It is frightened. The prey may have managed not to succumb to blind animal panic, but it is jittery. Its jittery movements clearly reveal the reason is being dampened by instinct, seeking to slow me down. The prey turns some bystanders against me. It only takes the prey a couple of furious shots to convince those huddled in the alley that the monster is coming for their heads. Lies, I am only pursuing the prey. I am met with the frantic gunfire, and after making a sharp ascent, I take a pair of plasma grenades from my belt and hurl them into the crowd. The bodies of the gullible fools who believe the prey evaporate and turn into bloody mist. The luckier ones fire at me, and one of the shots brings me to the ground. I wail furiously and finish them off with pointed bursts from my shard carbine. To cast me down is an undeniable insult. The conclusion is drawing closer. All right, as I turn a corner, I triumphantly realize that I have driven the prey into a dead end. It is time for the massacre. The poison I received from the petitioner is payment for the hunt. Is contained in the crystalline projectiles and should have worked by now. It will slow down the nervous system of my prey, weakening its muscles and render it unconscious. When I spot the prey, I am pleased to note that early signs of effect of my combat toxin is having on it. Its movements are slowed, and it's blinking often. Spots of flotation in front of its eyes by now. Okay, demolition would be 0, athletics is 0. Logic? It lunges at me first. I realize too late that it is not desperate but cold determination behind it. And failed. In a blind alley where my prey is about to die, there's enough room for me to spread my wings and soar. It does not grant me an opportunity to do so and kicks me back into the cramped street. The prey wishes to fight where it has the advantage. With my wings folded, I ratchet up to the jet booster and rush past the prey like a projectile. I am airborne again. I am flying. The fight will be on my turn. Everything will be over in moments. All right. The outcome will be decided in close combat. Wasting no time, the prey and I size one another in a violent, furious embrace. Every decision made over the course of this fleeting hunt has been weighed, tipped, and scaled that will ultimately determine the winner. I am pleasantly surprised when I realize the prey is aware of my combat style. It covers the vulnerable spots like I like to cut open with my molecular claws, but this knowledge will not save it from death. My embedded glands spew hyperadrenaline into my bloodstream, and my artificially grown muscles convulsively swell into the porous fabric of my ghost plate. I torment the prey with claws protruding from my forearms and knees, and the prey, banks on brute force, trying to break my fragile bones and shatter my joints. Powerful blows crush the hollowed bones drilled into my drilled by the crafting homunculus. Their lightness served me well during the fight, but has betrayed me here on the ground. I lose my footing, my body going floppy like a ray. My strength waning, I reach for the shard carbine and shoot the prey right in the face at point blank range. The crystalline projectile whizzes within a hair's breadth of its fate. A crushing blow turns my magnificent weapon to rubble with a mournful crunch. The prey grabs me by the throat, lifts me into the air, and snarls. It seems to want to know why I attempted to kill it. Would I tell it if I could about my petitioner, Koronus the witch, and about how insulted she was by the deaths of the fosterling Bloodstained in the arena at the hands of my prey, about how badly she wanted to spite the prey's master, the sour-tempered homunculus, who have arranged the insult. I do not know, for my throat was crushed, and only a faint wail escaped it. I died. I am dying at the feet of my prey. No, at the feet of a Monkai. A humiliating end for one who earned the status of apex hunter of Komorra through torturous alterations of flesh and bloody pilgrimage to the very top of the spires. Does it hurt to perish like this? It does. Is it fair? It is. The chaotic burst of violence that bloodied the streets of Komorra ends just as abruptly as it interrupted. Such is the life in the spires. Alright, that was kind of neat. Well, let's head back to where we wanted to go. Alright. Come on, everybody. I kind of like those little book kind of things that they do. Kind of cool. Alright. Head back to the opera. The opera. More minions. Wolfar is still here. Talk with you. Step away from the cage. Okay. Lots of minions, lots of minions. Let's talk with you. Alright. He rushes about the laboratory, snatching up certain vials and tools and notes. He can steal some of these items inside his own body cavities and destroys the rest. I've done what you wanted. It wasn't what I desire, not to this extent. The cult of the fatal thirst craves blood specimen. Your blood, my blood. One must be astoundingly insensitive to the vibrations of the Dark City not to realize this. Dracon, after you went against the Archon of the Reaving Tempest, you decided to violate the wishes of the Archon, of the Black Heart as well. You were thrown into the arena to die. You show wretched incompetence by defying your masters. My presence offends you. I see. Good. I have made myself quite comfortable here in the chasm. It is where we have kept the things that you dared not bring to the spire of the Reaving Tempest. It must be vexing having to abandon it all as you flee the cult's wrath. One of his limbs twitches and strikes blindly. Only his reflexes save him from the fatal wound. Okay. Why do the witches desire my death? You humiliated them, Monkai. Koronus and I agreed that she would send flesh meat against you, but she decided to undermine my authority by sending out her best. You slaughtered them, and so it was the cult's authority that suffered. But who cares about a pathetic Monkai? You are my lackey, and thus it is I who is responsible for undermining the cult's authority. And it wasn't enough that you just killed them. You eviscerated one of the blood-stained proselytes to join. You enticed one of them to join the Monkai side. As the entire chasm watched, a slap in the face of the cult wasn't enough for you, so you decided to spit in its face as well. Oh, but there is more. I hope that Kikarosa and Senstoria are now writhing in horror as the mere thought of their headless subordinates have lost a Kabbalite who was sentenced to death by Nazarkai himself. First, they decided to pay at charity by making me a proselyte, and now they let me slip through their fingers. Oh, I wish I could see the succubus' face when she was given the news. You dispatched me to kill the witches. You're telling me you do not appreciate such consequences? It was supposed to go differently. Your performance was supposed to be a lesson in respect, not a declaration of war. You would have killed someone unimportant and made the witches' vanity bleed. The witches would have received your head as a salve for their wounded pride. They would have been reminded for a time that I was still someone who could greatly complicate their existence. Instead, You have failed, all of you. Hikarosa did not keep her word, and you did not die in her trap. It is all your fault, and things are spiraling out of control. You promised me to help me get out of here. Forget the old promises, Monkai. This is war. My loyal servants are being slaughtered across the chasm. I cannot take any more specimens away from me, and the ones I've already packed are far more valuable than you. Into the spire of the Reaving Tempest, to hide under the wing of your Messies, an Archon fallen to disgrace. What an imprudent choice. You should run away from her and her troubles, unless you are someone connected to a crime. You were not in a position to know of the Archon's plans before, much less now. And so unraveling the rotten threads of tapestry. Alantark, here is the true nature of the Dark Ones. A lie hidden behind sweet promises, having learned from a cruel mistake. I foresaw this outcome. Bladed wisdom. So what's the plan? I will leave the opera and withdraw to the spire of Reaving Tempest. The witches won't dare to settle their scores in the eyes of my patron. So the Cabal's valuable servant is safe from their ire. As for you, go into the streets in the chasm and die, or go into the arena and try to kill Kikaros. Even if you succeed, you will still die. I should have stopped wasting time with this idiocy a long time ago. All those pathetic simpletons did was weaken my focus and distract me from my masterpiece. At last, I can devote all myself to it. So I managed to bring about your downfall after all, unholy spawn. Your insight is astonishing, specimen, but you have noticed that you have also doomed yourself. Enter the arena. The succubi will not pass up the chance to get you in front of an audience. If you could simply wound Kikaros, it would give us both enough time to escape. For that, I would be willing to sacrifice the deadliest, most valuable specimen in my collection. If you manage to kill her, Sinistora will not let such impertinence go unpunished, and her wrath is 100-fold more dangerous than Kikaros' fury. Do not return to the chasm. You will find no shelter there. Seek salvation in the spires. You may prolong the agony. Since you are intent on fleeing, you might as well release my companions. Oh, find the sarcophagus where she's being held. Good. I cannot transport them in my new sanctuary. You may take them. I've unlocked their containment sarcophagi for dangerous suspects. Go ahead and inspect them. Some of your servants may still be alive, but do not allow them to use their abilities until I have left the opera. Okay. He offered my apologies for seeking your aid without showing proper respect. What payment can I offer you for your invaluable time and attention? Your paltry possessions do not interest me. If you had something that could intrigue a master sculptor such as I, perhaps a remarkable piece of organic, then I might grant you a few short moments of my time. Oh, to sacrifice you one artist in the flesh, I am ready to offer myself as one. Will you take my flesh? I will take more of the flesh. I can exact something far more valuable from a single shred of your organic. This doesn't interest me. I will not remove much of her. Her functionality will not suffer. Why? This will be a step upon the path of atoning the errors of my path, Owlcat. If my sacrifice brings us closer to salvation, I will commit myself to the hands of the tormentor. Okay, she wants to do it. Try not to squirm, little insect. The needle needs to go through your spirit stone, heart, and spine so I can collect all 3 samples at once. And it will be so fragile. Do your work, Flesh Sealer. I do not fear you. I do not fear pain. Alright. I would like to take the Space Marine you keep in a cage. Yeah. The Monkai male with the altered genetic structure. Such phenomenal parameters. I previously studied 2 other specimens of the same breed that have yet to untangle their genetic secrets. He also performs well enough in the arena. Losing this final specimen would be an undesirable outcome. Denied. With him, I would definitely succeed. It would further both our interests. If you are so helpless, then what use is there letting you live? Okay. Surely it is dangerous to keep... the loss of some Monkai can never impede the work of a mind as great as yours. Perhaps the genetic subtype of all three specimens was defective. This is the cause of my limited success. In that case, the loss of this specimen would not be significant. I recommend pain as a measure of purification, and you can take his armor. I found it entirely unintriguing. Receive bone key. I require a moment of your precious time. I'm willing to pay for it. You know what? That will be item lost. Curious. Oh, that's what those little things were for. I can use that to get more time with him. Okay, cool. I shall need equipment if I'm to kill your enemies. Servants are always dragging worthless trifles in here. I have no use for them. Find yourself a club or a sharp stick suited to your abilities. You can try something more advanced, assuming you are not afraid of accidentally killing yourself with it. Oh, okay. I can just take this stuff? Sure, let's just start taking this stuff. What does the boots do? Immune to slowed and immobilized? Okay. I can't use this stuff. I think these yet. But I'm thinking of maybe changing one of my companions into a... I guess I technically have my Arbides, which I haven't seen for a while. Alright. Like that.
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
Oh, I'm hurt. Old injury. Okay, that's fine.
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes.
We should know more about your craft.
I make profitable learning
let's just
experiences.
stop there. I must take my leave. Okay. And dial. Okay. So I've got... Is it up here? Is she up here somewhere? Is it Cassia finally? Yay! Oh, Lord Captain, help me, please. Oh, God. I feel at last. I feel something. Oh, why are there so many of you at once? Red, black, violet, scarlet, yellow, dark maroon. Oh, away with you. Stop swarming my thoughts.
Help me, Lord Captain.
I can't control it. Your body is burning as you have been doused with a vat of molten steel, and your head is teeming with strange visions, shadow voices. Every breath is a struggle, as though something is scratching at your insides, trying to claw its way out of your chest. Your gorge rises. You have survived being exposed to the Navigator's open eye, but will your body and mind hold it if it occurs again? Okay, damage taken. Pick up the... Oh, no. See, the worst part is over. I'm taking you away from this place. It failed. Okay. I don't want any of this. Leave. I beg you. Go. I do not want to hurt you any more than I already have. All right. Eerie chill runs down. Okay. Logic. Nope. You have to regain the gift before. Try to remember how you did it then. Please pass. Oh, failed. Oh my gosh. You still have not realized, have you? A storm cannot be brought to heal. A fire cannot be forced to spare its victims. The sun cannot be commanded to rise on the other side of the horizon. These are not things a person can accomplish simply by having the desire to do so, even if that person is a daughter of the Navigator House. You know that darkness envelops you. It takes everything away, leaving no sounds, no spells, no solid footing. Darkness devours every color that tries to make its way in. Every color I tried to create inside. Darkness is withering. It swallows the colors. It chews and consumes. And when the despair had taken me completely, I could sense I was not alone in the darkness. Something else was with me. Something intangible, cold, and colorless. And that realization ravaged my sanity all the more. When the capsule opened, my mind is drawn in grimy shades of crimson, umber, and black. And I'm going mad, Arlos. I used to think I could control this, but now you must end this. For the sake of my house, for the sake of your own safety, for me. Nope. Whatever happened to you, we can make it right. Put your trust in me. I wish I were half as confident and courageous as you, Lord Captain. Her body is reeked violently. Her eyes are shifting back and forth, and her legs are about to give out. Her navigator eyes twitch. Oh my gosh, she's not doing well at all here. Twitches relentlessly, ready to open at any moment. The oppressive emotions constrict her neck, are tight, like a tight knot. Cassia is falling apart, barely holding back her raging powers. Do not make me abandon you. Here, keep fighting. Oh my gosh, I keep failing. She goes, I will not leave you here. Come along. I'm going to replace you with you. Nope. Nope. No, I'm going to keep Pascal. Yeah, let's accept. I kind of want to bring him along. Okay. Cassia takes a hesitant step towards and nods slowly. Her fear of despair spreads you like a heavy burden upon your shoulders. Resting her emotions was a difficult task, even when they were stable. Now her powers become that much more overwhelming. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right. She's doing okay for items. Let's see here. I've got those new psychic items. This one here. Yes, let's replace these. And then, did I get this too? I don't care about melee attacks, sir. I get more... Okay, so this would let me... Nope, I'm not going to use that. Okay, it would automatically let me, like, trigger... essentially Perils of the Warp. But I don't think I want that. Okay, let's go to this guy. I get a space brain now. Uh-oh, what's this? Oh, is that Cassia? I don't think she's doing so good. Does she have a thing? No, she doesn't. I do, though. Fresh injury and old injury.
Rise to the top,
Can
or get
I?
left in the dust.
Magenta. Can you use these on me to kind of heal me?
Be strong. Greater trials lie ahead.
Okay.
I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
I need your help. Prisoner looks at you without stopping his chewing. I'm planning an escape. Are you with me?
Why would I be? You are a stranger. How can I trust you? You could be an enemy. Worse, you could be an idiot.
We are both servants of the Emperor. We ought to try to help each other out of this perilous place.
Do you serve the Emperor? Or are you a puppet with the hand of that Xenos butcher up your arse? How am I to know whose words you speak? Yours or his? How am I to know what plot you're trying to draw me into?
You want to? Don't you want to slay Xenos with me?
Why didn't you say that at the start? What did you expect? Did you think you would waft the scent of slaughter under the bloodthirsty killer's nose, and it would rush off to do your bidding?
He gave you to me. Join my party.
Gave? Well, if he gave me to you, step into this cage and take me. You think a filthy blasphemous Xenos could do whatever he pleases with me?
Are you a coward then? Afraid to come out of your cage?
When I rip your insolent tongue out of your throat, do not ask why. This is why. Come here, you wretch! You have hidden on the other side of those bars long enough! Come in here and repeat your filthy words so I can kick them back into your bloody, stinking muzzle!
Oh boy.
Fine. You got a rise out of me. And from what I can smell, you did not soil yourself in the process. I respect those with courage. I can work with you. It seems Tervantius is not as clever as he likes to appear if he's letting me out of the cage. The joke is on him. Good steel I have already. But if we are going hunting, I will need my wolf skin. What did you say your name was?
All right. I lost my Bone King. We get him out. So angry. All right. Ulfar is a space marine, a mighty space marine. His proportions instill respect in his allies and fear in his foes, but because Ulfar takes up 4 spells instead of 1, certain mechanics may work differently for him. He does not use cover or conventional human armor and weapons. His unique ability allows him, once per combat, instead of losing consciousness due to his wounds reduced in 0, to become incapacitated for 2 rounds. While in this state, he cannot be targeted by attacks or suffer damage, but he also counts as full cover for his allies. Oh gosh, once 2 rounds have passed, he can act again and gains 50% of his maximum wounds. Furthermore, he is an arch-militant, and an arch-militant's keystone ability allows them to gain a stack of versatility each time they make an attack whose type is different from the previous one the arch-militant used. For the purpose of this ability, attack types are single shot, melee attack, single target or burst, area melee attack, and area ranged attack, and ranged burst attack. For each stack of the effect of the Arch-Militant, their weapon skill and ballistic skill are increased by 5. If the Arch-Militant accumulates 4 or more stacks of this effect, their attacks start dealing an additional 3 times the Arch-Militant's weapon skill bonus, or 3 times the Arch-Militant's ballistic skill bonus of damage, whenever it's greater. Oh, cool. Oh, well, I'm going to... Oh, no, I kind of want to take Pascal with me. But I want to take you with me for sure, because you're cool. And everyone leveled up. Oh, no, so many decisions. Yes. Accept. Okay. Let's take a quick look at his items here. And then I'm going to... yeah, you are a Space Wolf. That is cool. Do I have any cool helmets? Items? Anything I can give you? I don't even know what I can give you. For items. Not a lot. Either way, I think this is where I'm going to end the episode. So I'm going to end this episode, level everybody up, and then we'll get them kitted out. Actually, I might not level everyone up, because this is my first level in Exemplar, and I might show that off. But I might kind of equip Ulfar and everyone else in the meantime. But yeah, thank you guys so very much for watching this episode. If you guys like what you see, hit that like, subscribe button. Don't like what you see, hit the dislike button too. But as always, until next time, keep your stick on the ice.